Okay, have you ever really stopped to think about the story your shoes are telling? I mean, we just throw them on every day, but they're so much more than just an accessory. They're a statement. So today, let's explore how footwear went from being a basic tool for survival to this incredible expression of who we are.
Nancy Sinatra totally nailed it back in the 60s. That line, it just perfectly captures the two sides of our shoes, right? On one hand, they have a job to do. But on the other, they're carrying a whole attitude, a style, a story.
And that story, well, it doesn't start with fashion shows or fancy designers. Nope. It starts with something way more primal, the basic, fundamental need to just survive. Just try to picture it. Humanity's first huge migration out of the Rift Valley. That whole journey began barefoot, but you can bet it didn't take long for our ancestors to realize that, hey, wrapping our feet in something was a complete game changer. It protected them from sharp rocks and thorns, which made hunting way easier. And, this is the big one, it meant they could move farther and faster. That means more food, and more food means survival. Simple as that.
But here's the thing about us humans. It's never just about function, is it? At some point, something shifted. That simple tool for protection started to morph into a really powerful statement about personality.
And this timeline, it shows something pretty fascinating. Our desire to decorate ourselves, to be unique, is ancient. I mean, we found shell beads from 100,000 years ago. And yet, the first real leather shoe we've ever found, it only dates back to 3500 BC. That tells you that the desire for style, that need to be different, might be even more deeply wired into us than the practical things we use to show it off.
So this leads to a much deeper question. I mean, it's one thing to want to protect your feet. That makes sense. But what's this inner drive that makes us want to be stylish? Where does that come from?
So yeah, let's just ask it straight up. Why this deep, constant need to express who we are through what we wear? It's clearly not just about looking good. It's about something way more fundamental. And here it is, the simplest answer. This is the core desire, right here. In a world with billions of people, we all have this built-in need to carve out our own little space, to show that we're individuals with our own story to tell. Our source material gives us this really powerful definition. Style isn't just about clothes. It's an action. It's born from that moment of self-awareness when you realize, I'm me, a unique person in this world. It's your way of taking your whole inner world and making it visible on the outside. Okay, so let's fast forward to today. And this is where things get a little complicated. Our modern world seems to have this dress-down culture, this whole casual thing that's actually filled with some pretty weird contradictions. The word you hear everywhere is comfort. We're all told we should just prioritize being comfortable above everything else. But is that really what's happening here? And here's the paradox. The new comfortable uniform, it often looks kind of sloppy and casual, but it's usually made up of super expensive branded clothes. It's sold to us as being effortless, but pulling off that specific I'm not even trying look, it actually takes a ton of effort, and you have to know what you're doing. And of course, our online culture just fuels all of this. We post selfies to project this perfect image. It's a performance of looking good without looking like you tried. But the argument is that this performance often just rings hollow. And this really highlights the business angle of it all. We, the consumers, are told to want comfort. And the result is a trend where people dress down. The best example? Insanely expensive sneakers are suddenly all the rage. The point here is that this whole understatement movement is a really clever business strategy, and ultimately, the consumer doesn't really benefit. So let's step away from all the trends and bring it back to what really matters, you. The real power of your shoes and your style in general is that it can connect to your inner world with the outer one. I absolutely love this quote from Christian Louboutin because it just gets it. The right pair of shoes doesn't just finish an outfit. It completely changes how you stand, how you walk, how you feel about yourself. They can literally and figuratively lift you up. And this is really the key takeaway. The world can only see your body and hear your words. All of your unique thoughts, feelings, and everything that makes you, that beautiful private world, it stays hidden unless you choose to bring it out. And style is one of the most powerful tools you have to do exactly that. So the next time you get dressed, just take a second and look down at your feet.
They've carried humanity on this unbelievable journey from pure survival all the way to profound self-expression. The only question left is, what are your shoes saying about you today?